Hello students, welcome once again. Let us continue our chapter number 2 of Civics, Preamble to the Constitution. In the previous video, we have studied that what is preamble and also meanings of terms such as sovereign state, socialist state and secular state. In this lecture, we are going to learn about democratic state and republic. So, let us start democratic state. In a democracy, a sovereign power is in the hands of the people. Government makes decisions and draws up policies in keeping with the people's wishes. Government has to take important financial, social and other decisions to promote common welfare. All the people are not able to come together and take such decisions on a day-to-day basis. Therefore, elections are conducted after a fixed period where voters elect their representatives. Dear students, democratic state is one where the sovereign power is in the hands of the people. The elections are conducted at a fixed period and voters elect their representatives. And these representatives sit in the institutions which is created by the constitution like the parliament or legislature and the executive. They take decisions for the entire population as per the procedure laid down by the constitution. Dear students, these representatives who sit in the institutions such as preamble or legislature and executive, these representatives take decisions as per the procedure which is laid down by the constitution. So now let's see about republic. Along with being a democracy, we are a republic. All republic positions in a republic are elected by the people. No public position is occupied on the basis of hereditary succession. The students, here republic is a state where there is no hereditary successions to the public position. The positions like the president, the prime minister, the governor, the chief minister, the mayor, the sarpanch, etc. are public positions. Any Indian citizen fulfilling the prescribed age criteria can get himself or herself elected to any of these positions. in a monarchy. These positions may be occupied by members of a single family following the principle of heredity. Dear students, here all public positions are filled from elected representatives of the people. Any Indian citizen fulfilling the required criteria can be elected to any of the public positions. The preamble has guaranteed the Indian citizens the three values of justice, liberty, and equality. It has enjoined upon the Indian citizens to practice these values and make laws in keeping with these values. Let us understand these values. Before it, dear students, the preamble guarantees three values such as justice, liberty, equality. More than three values, they are fraternity and dignity of the individual. So, dear students, let's see one by one. First one is justice. Justice implies removal of injustice and ensuring that everybody has the opportunity for progress. Establishing justice is adopting such policies that will promote public good. These three types of justice are talked of in the preamble. They are as follows. Dear students, here justice implies everybody has the opportunity to progress, and this ultimately will promote public good. There are three types of justice: social justice, economic justice, and political justice. Dear students, let's see about social justice. There should be no discrimination among individuals on the basis of caste, creed, race, language, region, place of birth, or sex. As human beings, all have the right to the same dignity and respect the same status. In social justice, my dear students, it means there should not be any discrimination among individuals on the basis of caste, creed, race, language, region, or place of birth or sex. Now let's see about economic justice. Poverty leads to the evils of hunger, hunger deaths, or malnourishment. If poverty is to be eradicated, everyone should have the right to a source of livelihood so as to look after oneself and one's family. Our Constitution has given this right to every citizen without any discrimination. Dear students, economic justice is to eradicate sorry to eradicate poverty. Here everyone should have a right to a source of livelihood. Our constitution gives this right to every citizen without any discrimination. The students here, everyone should have a right to a source of livelihood. Means any citizen can do any occupation, whatever he wants. Then let's see about political justice. We have adopted universal adult franchise to enable equal participation in the running of the country. Accordingly, all citizens completing 18 years of age have the right to vote in elections. Political justice, it means all citizens completing 18 years of age have the right to vote. Means the person who has completed his or her 18 years, he or she have the right to vote. That is universal adult franchise. The students, I hope you understood this part of this chapter. Remaining values such as liberty, equality and fraternity we will learn in our next video. Thank you and have a nice day.